Hi guys! Welcome sa Engineered Math Channel. So, ang topic natin ngayon is for differential calculus, which is about limits of trigonometric functions, part 2. So, kung hindi nyo pa napapanood yung part 1, ililink ko na lang sa description para ma-check nyo muna para meron na kayong background or idea about the topic. So, ito yung mga theorems or formula na ginamit natin dun sa part 1, gagamitin din natin uli ngayon. Itong part A to D. Tandaan nyo to. Okay? Na-discuss ko na yan sa part 1. So, nakapag-solve na tayo ng problem sa part 1, umabot tayo hanggang problem 17. Sige, tuloy natin. Problem 18 na tayo. So, sulat ko muna. 18 is limit of 1 minus cosine 2x over 4x as x approaches 0. So, pag dinirect sub nyo yung 0 sa x, magiging indeterminate yan, di ba? Kasi 1 minus cosine 2 times 0 over 4 times 0, bale 1 minus cosine 2 times 0, cosine 0 pa rin, 1, over 4 times 0, 0. So, 1 minus 1, 0 over 0. So, hindi pwede ang indeterminate. Hindi pwedeng i-direct sa blank. Pero, di ba may theorem tayo? Anong theorem natin na kung meron tayong limit ng 1 minus cosine of f of x over f of x as x approaches a, it is equal to 0. Okay, kung yung limit nung f of x as x approaches a is 0 and yung f of x is not equal to 0. So, ipa-pattern natin ngayon dito. So, di ba, kailangan makopya or makuha natin yung nasa loob nung cosine, that will be the f of x, dapat kapareha niya yung nasa denominator. Di ba? So, ang gagawin natin is magmamanipulate. So, sige, sulat ko uli. Limit ng 1 minus cosine 2x. So, kailangan magdi-divide ako ng 2x sa denominator para maging pareho yung nasa loob nung cosine, yan yung f of x, dun din sa denominator na 2x. Kaso, hindi pwedeng magdi-divide ka ng 2x lang. Iba-balance mo yun. Pag nag-divide, anong gagawin para ma-undo? Magmumultiply ka rin ng 2x or 2x over 1. So, etong 1 over 4x, isama nyo pa rin yan. Lagay ko na lang dito sa dulo. Okay? So, saka nyo ngayon i-distribute yung limit as a product. Pwede yun kasi kung meron tayong limit ng f of x times g of x as x approaches a. By property, equal lang yan sa limit ng f of x as x approaches a times the limit of g of x as x approaches a. Okay, so ito, pag-i-send ko siya as isang function, tapos ito, separate din. So, magiging limit ng 1 minus cosine 2x over 2x, then times the limit neto, 2x over 4x bale, as x approaches 0. So, pag sinimplify nyo to, ano na yan? Cancel mo yung x, magiging 2 over 4, or in lowest term, 1/2, di ba? Okay. So, kapag kinuhan natin yung limit, anong limit nito? By theorem, 0. So, 0 times the limit nung 1/2, constant si 1/2. So, kahit anong i-approach na value ni x na value, basta constant yung function mo, yun pa rin yung magiging limit. Yung 1/2 pa rin. So, 0 times 1/2, 0. So, the answer is 0. Okay, next. Number 19. limit of 1 minus cosine squared x over 2x squared as x approaches 0. So, kapag dinirect sub mo uli yung 0 sa x dyan, mag-i-indeterminate yan, di ba? Magiging 1 minus cosine squared 0 over 2 times 0 squared. So, cosine 0 is 1, squared mo 1 pa rin. So, 1 minus 1 over 2 times 0 squared 0, so 0 over 0. So, bawal i-direct sub kasi indeterminate. So, applyan natin ng theorem. So, etong 1 minus cosine squared x sa taas, di ba by Pythagorean identity, sine squared x plus cosine squared x is equal to 1. So, pag transpose mo si cosine squared x dito sa kanan, magiging 1 minus cosine squared x. So, pwede nating palitan si 1 minus cosine squared x ng sine squared x. And then, over 2x squared. Limit as x approaches 0. Okay. So, kapag dinirect sub mo dito yung 0 sa x, mag-i-indeterminate yan. 'Di ba? Kasi sine squared 0 over 2 times 0 squared. Sine 0 is 0, squared mo 0 pa rin, over 2 times 0 squared 0. Pero may theorem naman tayo, 'di ba? Anong theorem ang pwede nating i-apply? Limit ng sine of f of x over f of x as x approaches a is equal to 1, given that the limit of f of x as x approaches a is 0 and f of x is not equal to 0. Right? So, ang gagawin natin, kailangan maging kapareho yung nasa loob ng sign na function, which is x. Dapat meron ka ring x sa denominator, which is okay naman, di ba? Kaso naka-square sila pareho. Okay pa rin kasi pwede nating gawin dyan is gagawin ko siyang limit ng sine x squared, quantity squared over x squared. Tapos itong 1/2, di ba may over 2? Igilid ko dito. So same lang yan, di ba? X squared times 2 magiging 2x squared. Tapos, by power of a quotient law of exponent, magiging limit ng sine x over x quantity squared. As x approaches, this is 0 pala, 0, yung given. Tapos, ito, kukuhain mo na rin yung limit times the limit of 1/2 as x approaches 0. So, ito, pwede yang pumasok yung limit sa loob. Okay? By property, magiging limit ng sine x over x as x approaches 0 squared times the limit of 1/2 as x approaches 0. E di, ma-apply na natin yung theorem dito na ang value netong limit is 1. So, 1, tapos may squared ka, times the limit ng 1/2 as x approaches 0, constant lang si 1/2, so ang limit pa rin yan is constant 1/2. So, 1 squared times 1/2 is 1/2. So, the answer is 1/2. Okay? Next, number 20. Limit ng tan x over 2x as x approaches 0. So, try nating i-represent yung tangent in terms of sine and cosine. Kasi yun yung meron tayong theorem na form. 'Di ba kapag dinirect sub mo naman dito yung 0 sa x, mag-i-indeterminate yan. Kasi tan 0 over 2 times 0 is what? 0 over 0. Right? So, i-manipulate natin applying identity. Ano yung identity for tan x? Sin x over cosine x. Tapos may all over 2x. Limit as x approaches 0. So, pwede natin gawin magiging ano to, di-divide nyo yung numerator by the reciprocal ng denominator 2x over 1. So, bale, limit ng sin x over cos sin x times the reciprocal ng 2x over 1, 1 over 2x, di ba? So, magiging ano na siya, limit ng sin x times 1 sin x over cos sin x times 2x, 2x cos sin x. Yan. So, kapag dinirect sub mo pa rin yung 0 dito, mag-i-indeterminate yan. Okay? So, ang gagawin natin, a-apply natin yung theorem. So, 'di ba, kailangan yung sin x magkaroon siya ng x sa denominator din. Meron naman na siya, 'di ba? So, paghihiwalayin ko na lang as limit ng sin x over x. Tapos, yung itong 2 tsaka cos sin x, isa-separate ko siya dito. Ta-times ko bale times 1 over 2 cos sin x. Limit as x approaches 0. So, pwede nyong i-distribute yung limit as a product. Magiging limit ng sin x over x as x approaches 0 times the limit of 1 over 2 cos sin x as x approaches 0. So, ito, pag kinuha nyo yung limit, di ba, by theorem, that's equal to 1. Ito naman, pwede nyo yung i-direct sub. Direct sub nyo yung 0 sa x. Hindi naman mag-i-indeterminate yan eh, di ba? So, 1 over 2 times cos sin 0. So, bale, wala na tong 1. Matitira is 1 over 2 times cos sin 0 is 1. So, 1 over 2 times 1, 1 half. So, the value of the limit is 1 half. Okay, next. Number 21. Limit of tan to the fourth 2x over 4x to the fourth as x approaches 0. O yan, kapag sinubstitute nyo uli yung 0 sa x, mag-i-indeterminate yan, di ba? Tan to the fourth 2 times 0 over 4, 0 to the fourth. Kasi tan 2 times 0 is tan 0, 0 to the fourth, 0, over 4 times 0 to the fourth, 4 times 0, 0. So, hindi pwede. O, magmamanipulate tayo. So, gagamitan uli natin to ng identity, si tangent. So, gagawin ko siyang sin 2x over cosine 2x. So, dahil naka to the fourth, lalagyan nyo ng to the fourth yung ratio. Or pwede nyo nang i-distribute. I-distribute nyo na yung to the fourth sa baba tsaka sa taas. So, sin to the fourth, 2x over cosine to the fourth, 2x. Tapos, copy lang tong 4x to the fourth. Limit as x approaches 0. So, parang yung ginawa kanina, i-divide to. I-divide itong numerator by 4x to the fourth. So, i-multiply natin yung sin to the fourth 2x over cosine to the fourth 2x sa reciprocal neto ng denominator na 4x to the fourth over 1. So, bale, 1 over 4x to the fourth. Yan. So, agagamitan natin yan ng theorem. Diba? Kapag meron tayong sin sa numerator, dapat meron din tayong function na same yung nasa loob ng sin. 2x, diba? So, ang gagawin natin, mag-divide ako ng (2x). Kaso, naka-raise to the fourth si sin. So, hindi lang 2x ang i-divide ko. Sasamahan ko ng quantity raised to the fourth. Diba? Tapos, yung mga natira, bale si 1 over cosine to the fourth 2x, 4x to the fourth, gigilid ko na lang dito. hindi, ibabalance ko pala muna, sorry. Ibabalance pa natin to since hindi pwedeng nag-divide ka lang ng 2x quantity to the fourth. So, kung nag-divide ka niyan, dapat magmumultiply ka ng 2x quantity to the fourth. Okay? Tapos saka natin igigilid itong 4x to the fourth cosine, 4x to the fourth cosine to the fourth of 2x. Yan. Limit as x approaches 0. So, ito, isang limit, tapos ito, isang limit. So, didistribute natin yung limit as a product. So, magiging limit ng sine to the fourth 2x over 2x to the fourth. So, pwede nyo itong isulat as sine 2x to the fourth. Right? Tapos, ito, limit ng, so, pag-i-assign ko siya, so, magiging 2x quantity raised to the fourth over 4x to the fourth cosine of 2x raised to the fourth. Limit as x approaches 0. So, by power of a quotient law, pwede nyo itong pag-isahin as limit ng sine 2x over 2x, quantity raised to the fourth, as x approaches 0, or pwede nyong ipasok yung limit dito sa fourth power. So, gagawin ko na lang siyang ganito. Property ng limit yon. Tapos, ito isi-simplify natin. So, ano yung 2x to the fourth? I-distribute nyo yung exponent. Bale, 2 to the fourth times x to the fourth. Ano yung 2 to the fourth? 16. Okay. May makakancel ba tayo? Si x to the fourth. Tapos si 16 divided by 4, 4 na lang. So, ang matitira is 4 over cosine to the fourth 2x as x approaches 0. So, pag kinuha na natin yung limit niyan, bale, ito, limit na neto is 1 by theorem, right? So, 1 raised to the fourth times, ito naman, pwede nyo nang i-direct sub yung 0 sa x kasi hindi yan mag-i-indeterminate. So, 4 over cosine to the fourth of 2 times 0. So, 1 to the fourth is still 1 times 4 over, bale, cosine 2 times 0, cosine 0 raised to the fourth is, cosine 0 kasi is 1. Sige, 1 times 4 over 1, cosine 0 is 1 raised to the fourth. So, still, 1 times 4 over 1 to the fourth, 4 over 1, 4. Right? So, the value of the limit is 4. Okay, problem number 22. How about limit of 1 minus cosine 2x over sine 3x as x approaches 0? Ayan, so mag-i-indeterminate yan pag sinubstitute nyo yung 0 sa x. So, apply na agad natin ng theorem or manipulate muna natin. So, di ba kapag meron tayong sine 3x sa denominator, ano dapat yung pair niya sa numerator? Pareho lang dapat nung nasa loob ng sine. So, magta-times ako ng 3x. Pero, iba-balance mo yan. Anong gagawin para mabalance yung pag-multiply ng 3x? Magdi-divide ka ng 3x. Okay. How about dito sa 1 minus cosine 2x? Para ma-apply yung theorem, diba dapat meron naman siyang 2x din sa denominator. So, nag-divide tayo ng 2x para mabalance yon, magmumultiply ng 2x. Okay? So, pwede nyong gawin, ito ay igrupo nyo, ito isang group na limit, times ito isang group na limit, kasi didistribute nyo yung limit. Tapos, itong dalawa, isang grupo ng limit. Okay? Isang term, I mean. So, magiging limit ng 3x over sine 3x as x approaches 0 times, Unahin ko na itong limit ng 1 minus cosine 2x over 2x as x approaches 0. Tapos, pagsasamahin ko na to as 2x over 3x. Limit ng 2x over 3x as x approaches 0. Pero makakancel nyo na yung x, di ba? So, 2/3 na lang. Yan. So, applying yung theorem. Ano yung limit nito tsaka limit nito? As x approaches 0. Ito, 1. Ito, 0. Ito, constant, 2/3, di ba? Meron kang 0 na nakamultiply. Lahat yan masi-0. So, the value of the limit is 0. Okay? Next, number 23. Number 23, limit of 1 minus cosine x over x squared as x approaches 0. So, pag sinubstitute nyo yung 0 dyan, mag-i-indeterminate, di ba? Pag sinubstitute nyo yung 0 sa x, so, applyan natin ng theorem. Mamanipulate natin. Bale, kukuha ka ng isang x. So, 1 minus cosine x, dahil may cosine x ka, dapat may ka-pair siya na x sa denominator. Para ma-apply yung limit ng 1 minus cosine x over x as x approaches 0 equal sa 0, right? Kaso meron ka pang isa, so magmumultiply ka pa ng 1 over x para x times x squared. So, i-distribute mo ngayon yung limit as a product. Magiging limit ng 1 minus cosine x over x as x approaches 0 times limit ng 1 over x as x approaches 0. So, eto, 0 to. Diba by theorem na nga. Ito, anong limit neto? Limit ng 1 over x as x approaches 0. Mag-exist ba yan? Kapag two-sided limit, try nyong i-consider yung left hand tsaka right hand. Naturo ko to sa infinite limits. Limit of x, limit of 1 over x as x approaches 0 from the left, bale magiging 1 over 0 from the left. So kapag constant yung numerator, tapos approaching 0 yung denominator, through the left, infinite limit yan. Pero anong sign? Check nyo, positive divided by negative, negative infinity. Paano kapag limit from the right? Limit of 1 over x as x approaches 0 from the right naman. So, bale 1 over 0 positive. So, ibig sabihin, infinite limits pa rin to. Pero, magiging anong sign? Positive divided by positive, positive. Ibig sabihin, yung two-sided limit neto is does not exist. Okay? Or, magiging indeterminate yan. Kapag minultiply mo yung 0 sa either positive infinity or negative infinity, indeterminate. So, ang gagawin natin, pwede tayong mag-manipulate. So, mag-rationalize tayo. So, diba, ang original natin is limit ng 1 minus cosine x over x squared. Hindi nag-work kapag minanipulate lang natin. Mag-rationalize tayo para magkaroon tayo ng sine squared x. Sabihin, multiply nyo sa conjugate ng 1 minus cosine x, both numerator and denominator. Diba, pag conjugate, kokopyahin nyo lang yung first term, tapos, yung opposite sign ng second term. So, dahil negative cosine tayo, magiging positive cosine dapat yung conjugate niyan. Okay, so para ginawa natin to para makaproduce tayo ng sine squared. So, bale, pag minultiply natin to, magiging difference of two squares na yan, special product, right? Square mo lang yung first term, 1 square, then minus the square of the second term, cosine squared. So, 1 squared is just 1. Tapos over, sige, pagtabihin niya lang yan, x squared times the quantity 1 plus cosine x. So, etong 1 minus cosine squared x by Pythagorean identity, sine squared x na siya. Over x squared times 1 plus cosine x. Okay? So, di ba, pwede nating ma-apply dito sa part na to yung limit theorem. Gagawin nyo na lang, pagsasamahin nyo siya as sine squared x over x squared. Tapos ito, ihihiwalay natin, bale magkakaroon ng 1 over 1 plus cosine x. Limit as x approaches 0. So, pwede nyo itong pag-isahin na lang as sine x over x quantity squared, power of a quotient law. Tapos, i-distribute nyo yung limit times limit naman ng 1 over 1 plus cosine x as x approaches 0. Ito, pwedeng pumasok yung limit sa loob ng square. Property yun ng, ng limits. Okay? So, pag kinuha na natin yung limit nito by theorem, di ba 1? Tapos naka-squared. Ito naman, pwede nyong i-direct sub yung 0 sa x kasi hindi yan mag-i-indeterminate. So, 1 over 1 plus cosine 0. So, 1 squared is 1 times 1 over 1 plus cosine 0, 1. So, bale 1 times 1 over 1 plus 1, 1/2. So, the value of the limit is 1/2. Problem number 23. Next, problem number 24. What if limit of x squared plus 3x over sine x as x approaches 0? Okay, so paano kapag ganito? Try natin, baka pwedeng i-substitute. Pwede ba? Hindi pwede. Kasi 0 squared plus 3 times 0, 0 over sine 0, 0, 0 over 0. So, mag-manipulate tayo. So, gawin ko, i-factor out ko tong, di ba may sine x tayo? Okay, may sine x tayo sa denominator. So, kailangan meron tayong x din sa numerator. So, makukuha ko yon base dito sa numerator natin, pwede nating i-factor out yung x na lang. So, magiging x times x plus 3. So, magkakaroon ka na ng x, which is i-pair natin dito kay sin x para ma-apply yung theorem. Yan, so paghihiwalayin ko na, gagawin ko siyang limit ng x over sin x as x approaches 0 times ito, gagawin ko siyang times quantity x plus 3. So, didistribute nyo ngayon yung limit as a product. So, magiging limit ng x over sin x as x approaches 0 times the limit of x plus 3 as x approaches 0. So, ito, 1 na yung value ng limit niyan, di ba, by theorem. Ito, pwede nyo i-direct sub na lang yung 0 sa x kasi defined naman yan, di mag-yield sa indeterminate. So, magiging 0 plus 3. So, 1 times 0 plus 3, 1 times 3 or 3. So, the value of the limit is 3. Okay, next. Number 25. Limit of sin x over 3x squared plus 2x as x approaches 0. So, meron ulit tayong sin x. So, para ma-apply yung theorem, dapat may over x siya, di ba? So, i-factor out natin dito sa denominator yung x. Pwede, di ba? Kasi 3x squared plus 2x, may common monomial factor siya na x. So, bali, x times the quantity 3x plus 2 as x approaches 0. So, ito, pwede mo na yung i-combine, pagsamahin as one limit ng sin x over x. Tapos, meron ka pang 1 over 3x plus 2. Yan. So, may distribute nyo yung limit as a product, magiging limit ng sin x over x as x approaches 0 times limit ng 1 over 3x plus 2 as x approaches 0. So, ito, limit na nito by theorem is 1, right? So, 1 times, ito, pwede nyong i-direct sub yung 0 sa x kasi mag-e-exist naman yung value niyan. Hindi mag-i-indeterminate yan. So, 1 over 3 times 0 plus 2. Bale, 1 times 1 over 3 times 0 is 0 plus 2, 2. So, 1 half. The value of the limit is 1 half. Okay, next, number 26. Limit of x squared over sine of 5x squared as x approaches 0. Okay, kapag dinarag-sub nyo yan, yung 0 sa x, mag-i-indeterminate yan. So, apply natin yung theorem, manipulate how, observe nyo yung nasa sin x, yung nasa loob ng sin natin is anong f of x niya? 5x squared. So, dapat, meron din tayong 5x squared sa numerator. Diba? Para maging kapareho nitong nasa loob ng sin ng 5x squared, yung nasa numerator. Para ma-apply yung theorem. So, meron ka ng x squared sa taas. Ano na lang kulang? 5 na lang. So, ang minultiply ko na lang bale is just 5 kasi may x squared ka na eh. So, kailangan i-undo mo yung 5. Nag-multiply ka ng 5, para ma-undo, mag-divide ka ng 5 or mag-multiply ka ng 1 over 5, right? Limit as x approaches 0. So, ito, pwede mo nang i-distribute yung limit dito sa dalawa as a product, magiging limit ng 5x squared over sine of 5x squared as x approaches 0 times the limit of 1/5 as x approaches 0. So, ito, by theorem, limit niyan is 1 times, so, di ba, constant lang yung 1/5? So, limit ng any constant is the same constant na 1/5. So, 1 times 1/5 is 1/5. So, the value of the limit is 1/5. Okay, next. 27. Limit of sine x squared minus 4 over x plus 2 as x approaches negative 2. So, pag dinirect sub mo yan, yung negative 2, try natin. Mag-i-indeterminate. Hindi na siya 0 ha, negative 2 na siya. So, sine of negative 2 squared minus 4 over negative 2 plus 2, bale sine of negative 2 quantity squared is 4 minus 4, so bale sine 0 over negative 2 plus 2 is 0. Ano yung sine 0? 0. So 0 over 0 pag dinirect sub nyo yung negative 2. So pwede nating ma-apply yung theorem dyan kasi 'di ba yung theorem naman talaga general niya is limit ng sine of f of x over f of x as x approaches a is equal to 1 kung kapag pinlog-in mo, kapag kinuha mo yung limit ng f of x as x approaches a, siya ay 0, which is tama. Ito yung f of x natin. 'Di ba? Kasi pag pinlog-in mo yung negative to 0, tapos non-zero naman yung f of x. Okay, so pwede nating i-apply yung theorem dito. So anong gagawin natin? Kailangan magpareho. Magpareho yung nasa loob ng sine, eto bale yung f of x, x squared minus 4. Kailangan magpareho dito. Kaso x plus 2 ka lang, hindi siya x squared minus 4. I-factor nyo. So, i-factor mo by using difference of 2 squares, 'di ba? X squared minus 2 square yan si 4. x squared minus 4 is the same as x squared minus 2 squared kasi 4 is 2 squared. So, anong factored form ng x squared minus 2 squared by difference of 2 squares is x plus 2 times x minus 2, right? Over x plus 2 as x approaches negative 2. So, ang meron na tayo is x plus 2. Ano na lang kulang? Para talagang magparehong-pareho na x plus 2 times x minus 2 din yung baba. Ito na lang. So, ito yung i-add natin sa denominator or i-multiply natin sa denominator. Yung kulang na x minus 2. Okay? Pero, hindi pwedeng nag-divide ka lang ng x minus 2. I-undo mo or babawiin mo yon by multiplying x minus 2. Nasa numerator na siya. X minus 2 over 1. So, di ba nakuha natin yung goal? Etong pinaka f of x is kamukhang-kamukha na rin nung nasa denominator para ma-apply yung theorem. So, ang gagawin ko na lang, i-distribute ko yung etong limit sa dalawang term. Bale, limit ng sine of x plus 2 times x minus 2 over x plus 2, x minus 2, urang. As x approaches negative 2 times the limit of x minus 2 over 1, or sige, x minus 2 na lang, as x approaches negative 2. Okay? So, ito, magwa 1 na yan by theorem. So, bale, 1 times, ito, pwede nyong i-direct sub yung negative 2. Kasi magiging define naman yan, di ba? Sa x. Substitute nyo yung negative 2 sa x. So, negative 2 minus 2. So, 1 times negative 2 minus 2, negative 4 to. So, 1 times negative 4, negative 4 pa rin. So, the answer is negative 4. Okay, next. Number 28. Limit of sine of x minus 5 over x squared minus 25 as x approaches 5. So, pag dinirect sub nyo yung 5 dyan, mag-i-indeterminate yan, di ba? Kasi sine ng 5 minus 5, 0, sine 0, 0 over 5 squared minus 25, 25 minus 25, 0. So, bawal i-direct sub. Applyan natin ng theorem. Yung kanina lang din, kailangan kung ano yung nasa numerator, kung ano yung nasa loob ng sine na function, x minus 5, meron ka rin sa denominator. I-factor nyo tong x squared minus 5, 25, makakaproduce ka yan ng x minus 5, di ba? Kasi magiging x squared minus 5 squared itong x squared minus 25. So, difference of 2 squares, magiging limit nung sine of x minus 5 over x minus 5 times x plus 5 as x approaches 5. So, ito na yung kailangan mo para makuha mo na yung limit niya na 1. Right? So, paghiwalayin mo lang, gawin siyang limit ng sine of x minus 5 over x minus 5 times, ito, hihiwalay mo yung 1 over x plus 5. Limit as x approaches 0. Hindi 0, 5. So, pwede mong i-distribute as a limit. As a product, I mean. So, magiging limit ng sine of x minus 5 over x minus 5 as x approaches 5 times the limit of 1 over x plus 5 as x approaches 5. So, by theorem, ito ay 1 na, yung value ng limit. Tapos, ito, pwede nyong i-direct sub na lang yung 5 sa x. Magiging defined naman yan, hindi indeterminate. So, 5 plus 5. So, 1 times 1 over 1 plus 1 over 5 plus 5, 1/10. Okay? So, the value of the limit is 1/10. Aras na, sige. More pa. Number 29. For number 29, limit of sine of x squared plus 3x plus 2 over x plus 2 as x approaches negative 2. So, pag dinirect sub nyo yung negative 2 sa x, magiging ano yan? Sige, try natin ha. Sine of negative 2 square plus 3 times negative 2 plus 2 over negative 2 plus 2. So, 4 minus 6 plus 2, 0. 4 plus 2, 6 minus 6, 0. So, sine 0 over 0, 0 over 0. So, bawal. So, magmamanipulate tayo. Apply natin yung theorem. So, di ba kailangan makopya natin ng same na same yung nasa loob ng sign, etong x squared plus 3x plus 2 dito sa denominator. So, try nating i-factor. Kasi meron ka ng x plus 2, baka may factored etong x squared plus 3x plus 2 na x plus 2 eh. So, dadagdagan na lang natin. So, magiging limit ng anong factored form niyan? So, factor nung x squared, x and x. Tapos, isip kayo ng factor ng constant na 2 kapag inadd is equal sa coefficient ng x na 3. E di, positive 1 and positive 2, right? Para 1 times 2, 2, 1 plus 2, 3. So, ito yung factored form ng trinomial. Over x plus 2 as limit as x approaches negative 2. So, tama. Meron tayong x plus 2 na, right? Ano na lang kulang? X plus 1. So, magdi-divide ako ng x plus 1. So, limit ng x plus 1 times x plus 2 over x plus 2. So, dahil kulang na nga lang is x plus 1, para maging kamukhang-kamukha na nasa loob ng sin x etong nasa denominator, magdadagdag na lang ako ng x plus 1 sa denominator. Pero, ia-undo mo yon. Babawiin mo, pag nag-divide ka ng x plus 1, magmumultiply ka ng x plus 1 over 1 or simply x plus 1. And limit as x approaches negative 2. So, pwede mo nang i-distribute yung limit as a product. Bale, magiging limit ng sine of x plus 1 times x plus 2 over x plus 2 times x plus 1, limit as x approaches 2, then times the limit ng x plus 1 na lang. Limit ng x plus 1 as x approaches negative 2. So, by limit theorem, ang value na neto is 1, right? So, 1 times, eto pwede nyo i-direct sub yung negative 2 sa x kasi magiging define naman yung value niyan. So, negative 2 plus 1. So, 1 times negative 2 plus 1, negative 1. Okay, so the value of the limit is negative 1. Next, number 30. Number 30, limit of tan 3x over 1 minus cosine squared 2x as x approaches 0 from the right. Yan. So, pag dinirect sub nyo yung 0, take note hindi to two-sided limit. One-sided limit yan. Ibig sabihin, nag-a-approach yung x sa 0 through values greater than 0. 0.000001, ganun. Okay? So, kahit i-direct sub nyo yung 0 sa x, mag-i-indeterminate, di ba? Kasi, tan 3 times 0 over 1 minus cosine squared 2 times 0, tan 3 times 0, tan 0 is 0. Tapos, 1 minus cosine 2 times 0 is cosine 0, 1. Squared mo yung 1, 1 pa rin. So, 0 over 0. So, hindi pwedeng i-direct sub. So, magmamanipulate tayo para ma-apply yung theorem. So, una, gagawin kong in terms of sine and cosine muna tong tangent. Bale, sine 3x over cosine 3x, di ba? Okay, so limit as x approaches 0. So, sa tangent, ginawa ko muna siyang sine 3x over cosine 3x. Paano yung 1 minus cosine squared 2x? Pwede nyong applyan ng Pythagorean identity. Diba na-discuss ko na yan? Equal siya sa sine squared 2x. Okay. Tapos, i-divide natin. Diba? Yung numerator, divide nyo by sine squared 2x over 1. So, mag-multiply tayo ng numerator sine 3x over cosine 3x by the reciprocal ng sine squared 2x over 1. Bale, ang reciprocal niyan is 1 over, mali, tama, 1 over sine squared 2x. Limit as x approaches 0. So, pag minultiply na natin, ano na siya? Limit ng sine 3x times 1, sine 3x. Tapos sa denominator, multiply cosine 3x times sine squared 2x as x approaches 0. So, kapag dinirect sub nyo pa rin yung 0 dyan, mag-i-indeterminate yan. Okay? Kasi may sign ka pareho. So, apply na natin yung pag-manipulate. So, di ba? Kailangan kapag may sine 3x tayo, anong meron sa denominator niya? Yung nasa loob ng sine 3x. Diba? So, mag-over 3x ako. Dito naman sa sine squared 2x, anong kailangan natin dyan? 2x pa rin. Pero, dahil naka-squared ka, iko-quantity squared mo rin dapat. Okay? Tapos, itong cosine 3x, copy mo lang sa baba. Wala naman kasing theorem kapag simple cosine lang yung nasa denominator. Pero, iba-balance natin yung dinivide na 3x, tapos minultiply na 2x quantity squared. So, ang gagawin natin, magdadagdag pa tayo dito ng factor. So, kapag nag-divide ka ng 3x, magmumultiply ka ng 3x over 1. Kapag nag-multiply ka ng quantity 2x squared, magdi-divide ka ng 1 over 2x quantity squared. Yan, okay na. Balance na yan. So, ang gagawin nyo na lang, i-distribute nyo. Ito, pagsamahin nyo to as isang expression. So, bale, limit ng sine 3x over 3x as x approaches 0 times the limit of 2x quantity squared over sine squared 2x as x approaches 0. Ito, gawin ko na siyang power of a quotient law. Kasi para silang naka-squared, gagawin ko na siyang quantity squared na lang. Diba? Pwede nyo i-distribute yung exponent. Tapos, ipapasok ko na agad yung limit sa squared by property. Okay? Okay. Times, ito magiging limit ng, pagsamahin nyo to, bale 3x over, yung numerator is 1 times 3x times 1, 3x, tas yung denominator is ito. So, 2x quantity squared cosine 3x, limit as x approaches 0. So, di ba ito ay, ang limit niya na is 1, ang limit na rin neto is 1, kasi naka-squared siya. Ito, simplify muna natin pala. So, itong 2x quantity squared, bale 2x times 2x, 4x squared. So, makakancel mo tong x. May isa ka pang x. Anong matitira dyan? Limit ng 3 over 4 cosine 3x as x approaches, meron pala tayong from the right. So, okay lang. True pa rin to kahit from the right yung limit na to. From the right or from the left. Or kahit yung two-sided limit. So, ito na lang yung natira. At kasi 1 na yan, di ba? So, ito na lang yung i-evaluate natin. So, limit ng 3 over 4 cosine 3x as x approaches 0 from the right. So, may x pa pala, sorry. May x. Kasi isa lang yung na-cancel natin, so may x pa siya. Yan. So, kapag sinubstitute nyo dito yung x, yung 0 sa x, bale, 3 over 4, 0 from the right, tapos cosine 3 times 0 from the right. Diba? Magiging ano yan? 3 over 4 times 0 from the right. Ano yung cosine 3 times 0? Cosine 0 or 1. So, pag minultiply mo yung 4 times 1 times approaching 0 positive, approaching 0 positive pa rin. Okay? So, dahil meron tayong constant, tapos approaching 0 through positive values yung denominator, di ba naturo ko to, infinite limits yan. Infinity yung limit. Pero, check nyo yung sign. By law of division sa integers, positive divided by positive, positive. So, the answer is positive infinity. So, naging infinite limits. Possible, okay? Ayun. So, siguro hanggang dito muna, naka-30 na tayo. Tuloy pa natin. Sige, let's have part 3 para mas ma-master nyo pa itong topic ng limits ng trigonometric function. So, abangan nyo yung part 3. Subscribe lang kayo sa YouTube channel ko, Engineered Math. Tapos, click nyo yung notification bell para man-notify kayo pag may bago tayong uploaded videos. So, ililink ko na lang din sa description yung mga past video tutorials natin sa differential calculus. Pati yung pinaka-playlist na rin ng differential calculus. Para mapanood nyo lahat ng video tutorials ko simula sa unang lesson hanggang sa dulong lesson nyo sa DIFCAL. Para meron na kayong video tutorial playlist guide sa YouTube channel natin, Engineered Math, sa buong subject nyo na differential calculus. Okay, so pwede nyo na yung i-binge watch, i-marathon pag kailangan yung mag-advance study or mag-review. Yan, so good luck sa mga nagte-take ng differential calculus. Kayang-kaya nyo yan, basta mag-aral lang kayong mabuti. Practice lang mag-solve ng maraming problems, parang yung ginagawa natin dito sa tutorial. And gawin nyo lang guide yung playlist ko sa YouTube, Engineered Math Channel, Differential Calculus Playlist. Papasa na kayo niyan sa DIFCAL. Sige, so hanggang dito na lang. See you on my next video tutorial. God bless. Bye-bye.